Why, hello everybody, and today is Tuesday, August 6th, and we are just in downtown Grand Rapids, Michigan. We're just walking along Division Avenue right now to the north. I'm not absolutely sure where we're going today. I just knew I needed to get out of the house. Figured out how I was going to get this phone mounted to a gimbal. So it's mounted the same gimbal I use for my DSLR, which surprisingly works. Yeah, and the 2x zoom isn't too bad on this. We'll see how this goes. This might actually turn out, as long as I hold my hands really steady. Back to the wide angle. Of course, that's going to be the big problem, is going to be stability, even with it mounted to a gimbal. So it's a Tuesday night. It's probably not going to be too busy. I'm going to keep walking and talking because I hear music. You know, we might walk through the there's a movie theater complex just over here on the right-hand side.
I can't not go to school.
Pepino's just here, one of the pizza and pub fare restaurants in this district, kind of over near the Van Andel Arena.
It's going to take it's 9 minutes from here. Less than 8.
Well, we might just walk down this way. You guys out of ultra wide mode though.
Like a garage or like a parking lot?
Maybe we'll cross over here by the cinema and walk through the little area. This is balanced and it's working okay. So there isn't much going on tonight. I know there's a Phish show in town, but otherwise I just kind of wanted to get out of the house and walk around a little bit. Might cut you guys in and out. It's all depends. Yeah, hang on, let's cross here. I look like I'm paying attention though. There's no wind muff on this camera either, so I don't know how that's gonna go. And now I'm hearing music playing, so I'm also not sure if I'm gonna be able to we'll see. I might just have to cut the audio out. Yeah, it's a little wavy still. And obviously I am gonna have to cut the audio out here. So I apologize if there's big gaps in the audio. But that's welcome to YouTube. We're gonna keep walking to the west. We may walk down and along the Grand River. Of course, we're just behind Van Andel Arena here. As you can see from the parking tickets, it's a nice little reminder that you should feed your meters down here until 6 p.m. Weekdays and Saturday, Sunday, there's no need to feed your meters. And that is out of the kindness of my heart that I'll remind you of that. I do not get any kind of kickback from the local tourism or the city. Well, we're going to turn now and we'll go ahead and walk further to the north. The buildings over here by Van Andel Arena are all newer construction. We have a decent crowd walking in. I'm guessing most of these people are probably for the show tonight. Yeah, we'll walk around the, ooh, look at all the beautiful tour buses. That's a lot of Prevost. But at any rate, we'll walk around the building here. And then we'll maybe walk this main street here over to the west. Just a moment, there's still a little shake when I change hands. This camera weighs a lot less, but still fatiguing to hold it out. And just above us here, what you're seeing is one of the pedestrian walkways that runs through downtown Grand Rapids. This is known as the Skywalk. And that runs from over here by the arena. And it runs from Van Andel Arena up to the convention center just to the north of here. That for some reason I can't think of the name of. Decent crowd down here tonight. We'll sneak through here. You guys can get a better view than I can. We're not going to hang around here. It's just a little bit too thick of a crowd for my taste. We're going to cross Fulton here to the north. It's a sidewalk, buddy. I'm live. It's already up.
Yeah, here, give him 4 for 40. Them on 4 for 40.
You could just make out McKay Tower here, one of the tallest buildings between Chicago and Detroit in 1983. I think what we'll do, since the licenseless illegal panhandlers all seem to think they can tell me I can't film. We'll go ahead and walk over to the Grand River. Just crossing Lewis here at the intersection of Lewis and Ottawa. Look back at where we just came from. Sounds like there's some live music down at Rosa Parks Circle tonight. We might pass by there. At least I think that's where that's coming from. Well, and that dingus encounter just kind of sapped my energy, so excuse me, it's going to take me a second to recover it. I might just cut a huge section out of here. I hate that shit so much, I don't even want to deal with it. We'll slide over past Rosa Parks Circle here real quick. See what kind of live music is going on over here. I don't know if I'll have to cut the audio out or not, but we'll see.
You guys say hi?
Yeah, it's YouTube. Cheers. It'll be a couple days before it's up. I'm a lazy editor.
Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum, everyone.
Cheers, guys.
No.
Alaikum salam. I think I said that right.
Yes. Paper, rock, scissors, 1, 2, 3, shoot. Uno, dos, tres, catorce. One, two, three, shoot.
I did study, I've studied several religions.
Please, to the song starts. Target is someone within his way.
Big crowd down here. I'm not sure what this is for. But they got a good jam going. We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna walk over to Monroe Center, Breonna Taylor Way here, which you're just looking up at the moment through the restaurant and patio district. But we're gonna walk that to the west. Get a look here. And again, another look here at McKay Tower. Actually, now that I think about it for more than a second, I think I might have mispronounced that. I said that wrong, didn't I? I didn't mean to say it wrong. Nice guys, though, either way. Took me a second to realize that. I'm pretty sure I put some of those syllables backwards. One of the Great Lakes pub cruisers here as we walk away from the intersection of Monroe Center, Breonna Taylor Way, and Pearl Street. And I hope this is in focus and everything. And look here at the Paintland Amway Grand Plaza Hotel as we walk to the west. And I believe the sidewalk is still closed back here, so we're going to walk around to to the next block up to go over to the Grand River. And I really hope that audio in the background isn't copyrighted, because I do not want to have to dig the audio out of this later on. We'll look down along Monroe here, as some people make some poor choices about where to stand on an open road. And this sidewalk is closed too now? You have got to be kidding me. You can't even mark that at the other end of the block? Well, now I'm irritated. I can't cross here. I have to go back, obviously. All right, back we go. Back to the other end of the block. Or maybe we'll just turn right here and we'll walk over to the other side of the river to cross. Yeah, that sounds better than backtracking. So we'll walk along next to the Paintland Amway Grand Plaza. You can make out the extension of the skywalk here as it runs from the north to the south.
And I don't know why I'm there.
We might catch sunset tonight. That's kind of my hope. And this is the problem I don't like with the smartphone still. I can't lock the auto exposure, and it's just a little more which makes it a lot more work to film with. And the wind's picking up too, which is going to catch the camera just a bit. Do you need a picture?
Yes.
Okay, let me just pause. Very photogenic spot here. I have to say, the Amway, a couple of my favorite things are the lobby and that flower wall. We're just here at the Grand River. You're looking to the north. We're gonna go ahead and cross over to, oh, I just missed that bird diving in, didn't I? So we're gonna cross this over to the west-hand side of the river and then probably come back on Michigan Street, the Medical Mile, which is 2 bridges up. The next bridge up there you're seeing is the Gillette Bridge. Amalaikum salam. I think that's, yeah. I'm gonna fret about that because I pride myself on my multiculturalism, and I'm pretty sure I've reversed the syllables on that. Wow, you can't see much going right into the sun. But just behind us there is the Amway Grand Plaza, and I can do this because I'm pretty sure this will autofocus on me. Unlike my normal DSLR, the Grand Rapids Public Museum, just on the other side of the river. They're currently renovating their waterfront, and that's been going on for a little while now. So we'll turn here at the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Center, and we'll walk to the north. Let's hop up on top of this hill here and get a little view. It's actually fairly good amount of people down here for a Tuesday night. And there's a view of the Gillette Bridge as we walk through or into Anabwen Park. Just next to the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum. Oh, see, and they have it marked on this side. This side it says that the sidewalk is going to be closed. Always almost there. That's Grand Rapids' biggest problem. You know, and then you get spots like this where millions of people are go up and down between those two trails, but yet they won't pave it and put in stairs. It's just that kind of stuff all the time. See if I can't get this to, there we go. And the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum here. Looking quite beautiful as we come kind of close to sunset. Now let's unlock that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Whoops. See, that's the problem with locking the exposure. Of course, their fountain isn't up and running right now, which is disappointing. It's a very big fountain. It feels that much more empty when it's not running. I'll look back at the direction we just came from. And I might stop somewhere and take a little break. I think we're about an hour and a half into the walk so far. And frankly, I'm very happy about the way this manual gimbal has balanced out. If anything, it's just a little too bottom heavy, which is making it sway just a little. I only hope that it's able to keep in focus and everything as well. Otherwise, this is going to be a very chopped up episode because I don't have much else to release. We'll walk over here to the Michigan Street Medical Mile, and we will have to make a decision whether or not we're headed east or west. Both directions fairly interesting. To the west, you would have the, oh, excuse me, it's the west side, obviously. Oh my God, brain. I'm gonna take a quick break. All right, we are gonna turn and we're gonna walk to the Hart side or the west side instead of going the other direction. So this is Bridge Street. The other side of the river, this would be Michigan Street, part of the Medical Mile. And Varnum, Bridgewater Place, just behind us here. one of the taller buildings in the city. So it's one of the easier ways to figure out where you are as well, along with the freeway system. And this would be the north-south freeway 131. Don't know what that was about. I'm gonna put you guys away when we get to the market up here. My gimbal is a little too big to carry and film inside the market. And we might end the video off down there, I'm not sure. I might try to make this into two. Pardon the view, but this is the west side or heart side of Grand Rapids.
That's a weird thing to do.
Again, pardon for the little jostle, if that's noticeable. Big hole in the sidewalk. And I gotta see if this market has cat food. I don't know, and maybe we'll see. Grab a couple groceries. It's a long walk back to the house. We're about an hour and a half walk from home right now, so I don't want to get anything perishable. As we walk past the patios of Butchers Union here. And Anchor Bar, one of the longtime staples of the area. Arturo's Meadery is a newer one, but it's a longtime staple of Michigan. I believe they come from the Traverse City area. And O'Toole's Public House here as well. And Bridge Street Fire Station as well, along with Kale's Corner. I think it's about, it's been a long time since I've been in Kale's Corner. And I don't know if I've gone in there too many times. Had a couple friends who always liked going in there because they had board games or something, I believe. That might have been Anchor Bar though. I could have that wrong. And here's our destination, at least for the time being, of a Bridge Street Market. I'm going to cut you guys out and I will bring you back just as soon as I finish shopping. All right. Groceries completed. Oh, I should put in my lav. You guys probably can't hear me. All right, and all done at Bridge Street Market. We're going to start headed back to the east again. And having just walked through here, I think we'll take a little break real quick and cut this part out. Well, some of it at least. Actually, we might get a better view as we walk back to the east because we're not walking directly into the sun. Just passing the restaurant patios here, Butcher's Union, the Jolly Pumpkin, and a New Holland Brewing just on the other side of the street. Yeah. Love some Grand Rapids love. All right, we got the glare going hard from the building over here. All right, maybe we'll cut this part out. This part's pretty predictable. Walking under an overpass. I'll see you guys in just a minute. And again, as we come back to the east here, towards the Grand River, and pass between DeVos, excuse me, not DeVos Place, the Varnum Bridgewater building, and Anabwen Park, which is next to the Gerald R. Ford Presidential Museum. You can see golden hour is kicking in. Quite pretty. Although that's the one problem is on the side of Grand Rapids is the freeway blocks most of your view of the sunset. How's this? I feel like I'm not balanced real well. Hang on. Try scooching my balance over a little bit. I felt like my horizon was crooked. Of course, today a little bit different than normal. Filming with this Samsung phone that I don't have a very high opinion of, but it does get the job done. I'm looking to the north. Oh, and that might be an interesting thing to go look at. I see construction cranes up at the future horrible soccer stadium idea. We might have to go down and point at that and laugh and make fun of it. Because that makes me feel more in control of a big, stupid soccer stadium overcrowding our already overcrowded city. And of course, the big elephant doors here at Van Andel Arena as we walk to the east along the Michigan Street Medical Mile. And at Bridge Street just behind us is where Bridge Street turns into Michigan Street. And the newer U of M extension here. Actually, let's come out of zoom. I can't do that while I'm rolling. The reason I don't really like this phone. This is the U of M. This is the Michigan State University. Sorry. You don't want to mix those two up. They're different colleges. So we'll walk this stretch along the large convention center here as we begin our walk to the south. Just next to the government center here. A lot of Kent County's civic offices and this large building / underground parking structure. Across from DeVos Place, a large convention and concert hall. Ooh, and the camera is weeble wobbling again. Hang on, I'm gonna pause you. Is that a little bit better? Maybe. And I'm gonna, again, for the 100th time, apologize if this isn't very stable. All we have is the smartphone for tonight. But DeVos Place attached to DeVos Performance Hall. DeVos Place does mostly the large conventions. DeVos Performance Hall handles a lot of the concerts. And this block to our left would be called Vandenberg Center. I believe the entire block is called that. It's quite large, even for a city block. We're gonna pass one of my favorite restaurants, mostly because one of my other favorite restaurants is run by the same people, and that's Rome. And give me just a minute here, we've just got to wait for this truck to back in. It's live TV at its finest. And I believe I mispronounced the artist's name on Four Elements last time we walked past here. I can't remember how I mispronounced it, but... Oh yeah, I know, it's because I couldn't pronounce it correctly, that's why. But this is the Plenza, the Four Elements statue. I could be pronouncing that wrong. My apologies if I am. Just next to Real Seafood Company, one of the newer additions to the area. This building here is a real estate development company, if I remember correctly. They just remodeled in the last 3 or 4 years. And of course, just across again from the Paintland Amway Grand Plaza Hotel. As we continue to walk Monroe to the south, with a look at the sun going down in the distance, we will attempt to find somewhere where we can watch that from. Whoop. And Chop House, the Dolce Vita Bull's Head Tavern, Ruth Chris Steakhouse. One of the better sushi places here, Alto Sushi as well. And Mojo's Piano Bar just on the corner. One that I'm a little less of a favorite of. But it's a piano bar. I mean, I guess you gotta like that. And we're just gonna wait for this light to change, and we're gonna continue our walk to the south. And again, another look at McKay Tower here. McKay Tower, previously the tallest building between Chicago and Detroit, and that was in 1983. It was before the renovation of the Paintland Amway Grand Plaza just behind us, which then took that place. And you know what? Let's walk Brianna Taylor Way. Wow, it looks really busy. Yeah, let's walk Brianna Taylor Way up. Whoop! Really muddy there. But the show must go on. We're gonna walk past Rosa Parks Circle here. Looks like they have some event continuing here at Rosa Parks Circle. I'm gonna hold you guys up so you can get a little bit better view. And again, I apologize. I might have to cover up the audio here, but all right. We'll continue to walk Brianna Taylor Way to the southeast. As we walk past the Grand Rapids Art Museum here. And the wind picks up again a little. This will be my go-to excuse for the next couple minutes at least. That and the fact that I need a Gatorade, and I didn't pack one. And Madcap Coffee Company here. You might have seen Madcap Coffee Company. They filmed it in the film The Setup, where they replaced all the front windows with sugar glass. And just next to it, Local Mocha. Local Mocha is my better pick for coffee. They do a nice single origin at Madcap, but not my favorite place. It's usually a little too busy in there. So we walk past A Vault of Midnight, the Grand Rapids African American Museum and Archives, and City Flats Hotel here. As we continue our walk to the southeast on this Tuesday night. Another interesting building as far as architectural significance goes, 77 Monroe Center here. I think we will turn and we'll start walking to the south here in just a moment, as soon as this light changes. When the rain we got earlier, I think we got 2 or 3 inches of rain earlier, and it really made the grass at Rosa Parks very slippery. Of course, if I'm gonna nitpicks, I'm not a big fan of these scooters either. I always feel that there's a little bit more helmet necessity in a downtown area and a little less sidewalk riding required. And you know what, we kind of walk, we don't want to cross here, so we're just going to wait a second for this light to change. This is a totally different business than was here a little while ago. The Foolery. I thought this was, I honestly, I can't be absolutely sure. The line in front of the arena is gone, which means the show has started. We will cross. Now let's go up to the next light. Oh no, this is going. Yeah, this is green. All right. We'll cross here to the south side of the street. And this might be a good spot to end the video off on. But I don't think we're going to catch the actual sunset tonight. So let's flip you guys around. For safety, and if you enjoyed that video of downtown Grand Rapids, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more like it, please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Get a shot of Division here. They've got this even more tore up than before. I thought they had a huge hole before, but man, look at it now. Good practice for our prize. camera's still set too far forward on the gimbal.